I want you to picture your worst nightmare when traveling. You are far from home, maybe in a hotel room. You wake up in the middle of the night, your head is pounding, your throat is on fire, and you know something is wrong.
Oh, that feeling. It's pure vulnerability, isn't it? You feel weak, you're scared, and you need help now.
But then the real panic sets in. You realize you have to call a doctor, you have to explain what's wrong, understand complex medical advice, and deal with insurance, all in a second language.
And that, everyone, is where your brain freezes. We've all been there. It's the moment your English skills completely disappear because of the stress.
Welcome back to the English Conversation Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Daniel. Today, we are tackling the single most intimidating topic for any language learner, medical English.
Why is it so scary? Because the stakes are high. If you order the wrong coffee, it's annoying. If you misunderstand a doctor's instructions, it can be dangerous.
Exactly. Even native speakers get nervous at the doctor. We call it white coat syndrome. Your blood pressure goes up just being in the clinic. So imagine how much harder it is for you.
But here is the good news. You do not need to be fluent to see a doctor. You just need to be clear.
Today, we're going to give you the exact script you need. We will take you from that first moment you feel sick, through the terrifying phone call to book an appointment, right into the exam room with the doctor, and finally to the pharmacy.
By the end of this episode, you will have the vocabulary and the confidence to get the care you need no matter where you are in the world.
So, take a deep breath and let's start at the beginning. You are at home and you are starting to feel terrible.
Okay, let's go back to that hotel room. You wake up and you just know something isn't right. You aren't terrible yet, but you just feel off.
We have the perfect native phrasal verb for this specific moment. It's the very beginning of being sick.
We say to come down with something.
It means you are in the process of getting sick. You might say to your travel partner, "I'm feeling really tired and my throat is scratchy. I think I'm coming down with a cold."
And what is your immediate reaction? You try to stop it before it gets worse.
Right, so you use another great phrasal verb, to fight off.
I'm going to drink 5 gallons of orange juice today to try and fight off this flu.
Okay, so you tried to fight it off, but you failed. Now you are actually sick. You need to describe what is happening in your body.
Daniel, before we list symptoms, we have to stop and fix the single biggest grammar mistake we hear students make when talking about health.
Oh, this is huge. It's the confusion between using I have and I feel.
Many languages use I feel for everything, so students will translate directly and say things like, "Doctor, I feel headache."
That sounds very unnatural to a native speaker. The rule is actually quite simple, though.
If the symptom is a noun, a thing that you possess, you use I have.
I have a headache. I have a fever. I have a cough. I have a sore throat. These are all nouns.
Exactly. But if you are describing your general state using an adjective, you use I feel.
I feel dizzy. I feel weak. Or a very important one, I feel nauseous.
Nauseous. Nauseous. That means you feel like you are going to vomit or throw up.
So, remember, I have plus noun, I feel plus adjective. Get that right and you immediately sound 50% clearer.
Okay, grammar lesson over. Now let's talk about pain, because just saying it hurts isn't specific enough for a doctor. They need to know what kind of pain it is.
Right. Let's look at three very common adjectives for pain. First, imagine a pain that isn't super strong, but it's always there in the background. It's annoying and persistent.
We call that a dull ache.
I have a dull ache in my lower back. It's just sitting there, bothering you.
Now, imagine the opposite. It happens suddenly, it's very intense, almost like being cut with a knife.
That is a sharp pain or a stabbing pain.
Ouch! Every time I move my arm, I get a sharp pain in my shoulder.
And the third one is very common for bad headaches. It feels like a heartbeat in your head. Boom, boom, boom.
That is a throbbing pain.
I have a terrible throbbing headache. That's usually what we say for a migraine.
Okay, let's quickly cover just a few more general symptoms you notice at home before we make the phone call. What about temperature problems?
Well, you know fever, a high temperature. But sometimes when you have a fever, you actually feel incredibly cold and you are shivering under the blankets.
We call those chills. I have a fever and terrible chills.
And finally, the stomach. If you ate something bad and your stomach feels incredibly full, tight, and gassy, we say you feel bloated.
But if it just generally hurts, you have an upset stomach or a stomach ache.
Okay, Sarah, I think I've come down with something. I have a throbbing headache, chills, and I feel nauseous.
Oh dear. Well, my friend, it is time to do the scariest thing of all. It is time to pick up the phone and call the doctor's receptionist.
Yes, the telephone call to the doctor's receptionist.
Honestly, Daniel, I think many of our listeners find this harder than actually talking to the doctor.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Think about it. Receptionists are incredibly busy. They speak fast, they are often multitasking, and they can sometimes sound a bit impatient. It's very high pressure.
So, before you dial that number, you need to know who you are calling. We have two main scenarios here, especially in places like North America.
Scenario A. You feel terrible right now. You can't wait 3 days for an appointment. But you're not dying, so you don't need an ambulance or the ER.
In this case, you look for an urgent care center or a walk-in clinic.
These are places designed for immediate, non-life-threatening problems. You usually don't even need to call ahead, but if you do, the script is simple.
You call and ask, "Hi, do you accept walk-ins today?"
A walk-in is a patient without an appointment.
And a very good follow-up question is, what are your current wait times? Because you might be sitting there for 3 hours.
Okay, that's for immediate needs. Now, scenario B. You need a standard appointment with a regular doctor, a GP or general practitioner. Maybe your knee has been hurting for weeks, or you need a checkup.
You call the clinic, the receptionist picks up, doctor's office, please hold. Just kidding. Hopefully they say hello. Daniel, give us the magic opening phrase.
Clear and simple. Hello, I'd like to make an appointment to see Dr. Smith, please.
The first thing they will ask is, are you a new patient?
If yes, be prepared. You will need to spell your name slowly, give your date of birth, and your phone number. Have that information written down in front of you before you call. Don't rely on your memory when you're nervous.
Great tip. Next, they will ask the big question. What is the appointment for? Or what is the nature of your visit?
Do not give them your life story here. Keep it brief. They just need to know how much time to schedule.
Just say, I have a persistent cough, or I need someone to look at my knee, or simply, it's for a checkup.
They will offer you a time. How's next Tuesday at 3? You say, that works for me, and you're done.
Wait, you are not done. Daniel, we are forgetting the most terrifying part of medical care.
Oh gosh, the money, the insurance.
You cannot hang up that phone until you confirm payment details, or you might get a very nasty surprise bill later.
This is crucial. Before you book the time, you must ask about insurance.
The key verb here is take or accept.
You say, before we book, could you confirm that you accept my insurance plan? It's with insurance company name.
If they say yes, ask one more question. In the U.S., there is often a small fee you pay right at the desk when you arrive. It's called a copay.
Ask, what is my copay for this visit? It might be $20 or $50, but it's good to know.
And what if you are a tourist and you have zero insurance?
You need to be brave and ask for the cash price or the out-of-pocket cost.
I don't have insurance. What is the out-of-pocket cost for a basic consultation?
Okay, you survive the call. You have an appointment time. You know how you are paying. You hang up the phone and collapse on the sofa.
But the hardest part is yet to come. It's time to actually go to the clinic and face the doctor. All right, you survived the waiting room. The nurse called your name. Now you are sitting on that exam table covered in crinkly paper, waiting for the doctor to walk in.
Your heart is pounding. This is the moment of truth. The white coat syndrome is in full effect.
The door opens. The doctor walks in, maybe looking at a laptop or a chart. What is the very first thing they're going to ask you?
It is rarely a casual, how are you? Because, well, you're at the doctor, so probably not great. They usually open with a business question.
Expect to hear, what brings you in today? Or, what seems to be the trouble?
Okay, listeners, this is your moment. Do not just say, I feel sick. That is too vague. The doctor needs details to help you.
We have two pillars of specificity here, Daniel. We need location and duration.
Let's start with location. Where does it hurt? And please do not be afraid to just point.
Yes, if your vocabulary fails you, use your finger. Point to your stomach. Point to your knee.
You can say, the pain is right here. Or use your body vocabulary. My lower back is hurting. Or my left ankle is swollen.
Okay, you've shown them where. Now pillar number 2, duration. How long has this been happening?
This is a quick grammar check. We use for to describe a period of time and since to mention the starting point.
So you can say, I have had this cough for 3 days, a period of time.
Or my throat has been sore since Tuesday morning, the starting point.
Perfect. Location and duration. If you get those two right, the doctor already knows a lot.
Now they will probably want to measure your pain. This is the famous 1 to 10 question.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is the pain?
Now be honest here. A 1 is a mosquito bite. A 10 is the worst pain you can possibly imagine, like being attacked by a bear.
Right. If you walked in here, don't say it's a 10. Usually a bad toothache or a broken bone is around an 8 or a 9.
So you can say, it's about a 6. It hurts a lot, but I can still function.
Okay, you have described the pain. Now the doctor needs the full picture. They're going to ask about other symptoms.
This is where you use the vocabulary we learned in Part 2. Remember the rule, I have plus noun, I feel plus adjective.
I have a fever and chills, or I feel very dizzy when I stand up.
They will also ask about visible things. If your skin is red and itchy, you say, I have a rash.
If your knee is twice its normal size, you say, it is swollen.
And then, the most critical question of all, this could save your life. They will ask about your history.
Are you allergic to any medications?
Memorize your answer to this in English. Yes, I am allergic to penicillin, or no, I don't have any known allergies.
Okay, the doctor has asked the questions. They have probably listened to your heart and pressed on your stomach. Now they need to decide what to do next.
Sometimes they know immediately. You have strep throat. But sometimes they aren't sure and they need tests.
We have a very specific phrasal verb for the doctor's strategy here. They want to eliminate the dangerous possibilities first.
The verb is to rule out.
To rule something out means to prove that it is not the problem.
So the doctor might say, I don't think your arm is broken, but I want to send you for an X-ray just to rule out a fracture.
Or, we need a blood test to rule out an infection.
Okay, the examination is over. You have explained your symptoms perfectly. You are a superstar patient.
Now comes the part that many students find the hardest. The doctor is going to give you advice and instructions, and they usually speak very fast.
We are going to help you understand that advice, get your medication from the pharmacy, and finally start recovery.
First tip: if you do not understand, stop them. Say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that a little slower, please? It is your health. You have the right to understand.
Usually, the advice falls into 2 categories, behavioral and medical.
Let's look at behavioral first. These are the things you need to do at home. We have 2 essential phrasal verbs here.
The first one means you need to sleep a lot and let your body recover completely. The doctor will say, you need to rest up.
Go home and rest up for a few days.
The second one means you shouldn't do any heavy lifting, running, or stressful work. You need to relax.
They will say, just take it easy.
No gym this week. Just take it easy until the pain stops.
Okay, now the medical advice. Drugs.
In English, we separate medication into 2 distinct categories.
Category 1 is the stuff you can buy yourself at CVS, Walgreens, or Boots without talking to a doctor. Things like basic painkillers, cough syrup, or allergy pills.
We call these OTC medications. That stands for over-the-counter.
The doctor might say, you don't need a prescription. Just pick up some OTC ibuprofen.
But for serious things like antibiotics for an infection, you need Category 2, a prescription.
This is the official note from the doctor that authorizes you to get the medicine.
In some countries, the doctor gives you a piece of paper. In others, they send it electronically to the pharmacy. The action you need to take is to fill a prescription.
You go to the pharmacy counter and say, "Hi, I need to fill a prescription for Sarah."
They give you the bottle. Now, Sarah, this is crucial. You must be able to read the label on that bottle.
Absolutely. This is a safety issue. You are looking for the dosage instructions.
Look for phrases related to time. Take 1 tablet twice daily, or every 8 hours.
And look for conditions. Take with food, so you don't get an upset stomach, or finish the entire course, meaning take all the pills, even if you feel better.
Also, check the little warning stickers on the bottle. These list potential side effects.
The most common one is may cause drowsiness. Drowsiness means sleepiness, so don't drive a car after taking it.
Okay, you saw the doctor, you got the medicine, you were resting up. Finally, you are healthy again.
We have one final wonderful phrasal verb for recovering from an illness.
To get over something.
It was a nasty flu, but I finally got over it last week.
And that is a great feeling.
We made it from the first symptom to full recovery. Whew, Daniel, just talking about all of that was exhausting.
I know, it's a lot of information, but I really hope that breaking it down step by step, from the first symptom to the pharmacy counter, has made it feel a little less scary.
That's the goal. Remember, preparation is your best friend here. If you are nervous, write your symptoms down in English before you call the clinic. Write down your questions. It really helps.
And please remember the most important thing we said today. Doctors want to help you. They are not English teachers grading your grammar.
Exactly. Do not let the fear of making a mistake prevent you from getting medical care when you need it. Be brave, point where it hurts, and use the simple vocabulary we taught you today.
Now, before we sign off, we want to hear from you in the comments.
It is time for our question of the day.
We are curious about how different cultures handle minor illnesses. When you get a common cold, the sniffles and a sore throat, what is your go-to strategy? Do you immediately run to the pharmacy for medicine, or do you prefer natural home remedies first?
Ooh, good question. Are you team vitamin C and honey tea, or are you team give me the strong medicine right now?
Tell us your strategy in the comments below. It's always fascinating to see the differences.
And as always, if you found this episode helpful, and we really hope this is one you can save and use if you ever need it, please give it a thumbs up.
And hit that subscribe button so you never miss a practical English lesson with us.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and we will see you next time. Bye.